up, you guys? It's Hannah and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my freshman year of college. I feel like a lot went on my freshman year and it was just a lot of changes and a lot of, I don't know, growth as a person, and there are a lot of things that I really came to realize and things that I learned my freshman year, and I made a list. I made a list of kind of like the top 5 things, or like the 5 really important things that I learned my freshman year of college. And I've really been wanting to make a video about the whole my freshman year, my experience and everything, because I feel like I've changed so much as a person and just experienced so many new things and learned a lot more about life just this past year. And I just wanted to do a sit-down video just talking to you guys about kind of like my experience, like I said, and just a few of the things that I learned in my freshman year of college. So I'm gonna try not to ramble too much in this video, because I know the last talking video, I don't know if I've even done a talking video since I did the high school advice video, which was like 3 or 4 months ago that I made that video. But I started to ramble a lot, so I'm gonna try not to do that in this video because I don't want it to be super long. But I'm just gonna read off of this list, kind of talk about each point and tell some stories about how I came to realize some of these things. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get into the video. So the first thing I have on this list is that you have to study. So I don't want to sound like one of those people, but I was one of those people in high school that never really studied or tried I wouldn't say I didn't try very hard, but I didn't study. I didn't even know how to study when I got to college. 99% of the courses that I took throughout high school weren't that challenging, and I felt like I could do well in them without actually having to study for tests or do all that extra stuff outside of the classroom, if that makes sense. I'm sure a few of you watching this could probably relate. My whole mindset of not having to study or whatever changed 100% as soon as I got to college. Literally my first semester, I had a couple classes in the first few exams that I took in college I did so bad on, because I thought I didn't have to study and I thought I knew everything already, and then it was oh, I pay attention during class, so I'll be fine on the exam. Yeah, college hit me like a ton of bricks, literally, because I did so bad on those exams, and I was not used to doing that bad on exams at all, or anything in school. So it was such a reality check that I needed to develop study habits. I needed to learn how to study. I needed to force myself to try super hard. And there were times where I would try super hard for exams and I would still do bad. I don't know. Ugh. I know for me personally, college, the curriculum was, and especially the exams were so much harder than high school. So that's something I learned right off the bat, is that I needed to learn to study, and I needed to sit down and devote time to really getting a grip on what I have to know for the exam. It's the very first thing that I learned pretty much when I got into college, and it's something that's super important. If you want your grades to stay up, you gotta study. That's it. The second thing I have on this list is, this isn't a shot at anybody. I'm not trying to be throwing sneak disses at anyone. That's a video for another time. This is just a general thing that I've learned throughout the past year. So I'm gonna kind of explain it, and then I guess I'll just say what I wrote down. But in high school, I was so used to having drama all the time because A, my school was really small, so everyone knew each other's business. B, it was pretty much just A, whatever. So my school was pretty small and everyone knew each other's business. Everyone was always in each other's business, and people were just really petty and loved to be unnecessarily rude. This is another video for another time, but I get being mean for a reason. If somebody's mean to you, I'm the kind of person that is mean back. I just don't like people to walk all over me. I like to stand my ground, whatever. That's completely fine. I understand that, but it's for no reason people would just be so petty and you know what I mean. All that high school drama, I thought that as soon as I went to college that people were gonna grow up, or people were gonna not be that way anymore. And that's another thing that hit me in college, a pretty big reality check, is that pettiness and just being like immature and mean for no reason does not go away after high school. Just because somebody graduated from high school doesn't mean they're automatically gonna become not a shitty person. Like, there are people in college that are still petty and you're gonna run into them. I mean, I feel like it matters a lot less because especially for me, I go to a big college, so I'm not really gonna see them around that much. But I know in high school, like, you had to live with it, and there were like not that many people in your grade, so you had to see the people all the time, or like you had classes with them. But like in college it's different, you don't really have to pay attention to it too much. But it really bothered me, like, as soon as I realized that, I was like, what the f***? Like, why are people still like this? I mean, I don't know, I just thought that, like, I was under the impression that as soon as I left high school and like I would get away from all the drama because I was so used to having all of it for like 4 years of my life. People don't know how to stay in their lane when they need to and just mind their own business, and like, so yeah, that doesn't stop after high school. Just want to let you guys know, just PSA. So don't expect it to, because I did, and I learned. The third thing that I learned is that you shouldn't be afraid to be yourself. So I don't know about anybody else, but in high school, like I mentioned earlier how I had a small school, I just felt like people were very judgy, and if you did something that you wanted to do but other people, like, I don't know, I was afraid to kind of be myself and do things that I really wanted to do because I thought that other people wouldn't like it, or other people would make fun of me, or I don't know, it would be just a big issue in high school. I just felt so confined, and I felt like I couldn't really be myself and I couldn't really express myself the way I wanted to because, I don't know, I just felt like people were gonna judge or say something about it or just have something negative to say. And in college, there was just so much more freedom I felt within myself, like personal freedom for me to do what I wanted to do. YouTube is a prime example of this. I've talked about this in other videos, but I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel. Since I was in middle school, I was watching makeup videos, like, I don't know, I was just really into making videos. I loved making videos. I would make videos, I would edit them on my computer, and then I would just do nothing with them because I was scared that if I actually made a YouTube channel and people in my middle school or in my high school found it, that they would just like make fun of me or mock me or play my videos like in class or something. I don't know, some weird shit like that, and I was so scared of that, and I just didn't want to put myself out there like that, if that makes sense. Learn to really just find things that I love to do and do them, because there's a better chance that you're gonna find people that support you than people that don't support you. Just being in a completely different place, not really knowing anybody, and being surrounded by so many people that are also just doing their own thing and minding their business, I don't know, it was just so much easier for me this past year to finally become like who I wanted to be and do what I wanted to do. And I don't know, it's just been such an amazing, like, I think that's the biggest transformation, well, one of the biggest transformations that I've ever gone through in my life, is actually like finally learning to be myself and not worry what other people are saying about it, or like not worry if other people would say anything. My life just changed in so many ways after I realized that I could be myself and not have to worry about other people. The fourth thing is major, and it's don't take your family for granted. So obviously going away for college, I didn't really know what to expect. I don't know if I even really thought about how much I was gonna miss home because I was so focused on wanting to get out of this town that I live in. Literally, I missed my family so much in college. It was so hard because I didn't realize that I had taken for granted all of the years that I've spent living here in my house, like with my family around all the time. So then when I would come home, like on the weekends or something, I would to be with them again, but I felt like a guest in my own house. I felt like I didn't really live here, and that was like one of the worst feelings ever. Like, I missed home so much. I missed my parents. I missed being around my family. I missed having home cooked meals. Like, honestly, the food at my school sucks. I took my mom's cooking and my dad's cooking for granted so much when I was actually living here at home. But I learned that it was just, you really have to appreciate the people that you are around, because there's gonna come a time probably when you won't get to be around them 24/7 anymore. And then the last thing that I wrote down is to take life one day at a time. And this has to do with like stress and everything as well. I kind of just set a plan for every day, like I'm gonna do this today, I'm gonna do this today, I'm gonna do this today, so I can check these off my list, and then I'm gonna continue doing more tomorrow. But for today, this is all I'm gonna do, and that's enough, and I'm doing my best. And like, I don't know, I just felt like I had to really take it one day at a time, because if I thought too much into the future about like the deadlines or like exam dates or whatever, that I would get so overwhelmed that I would kind of like break down and not really know like what to do, and feel like I couldn't do anything because I was so stressed out. So like breaking it down day by day made it so much easier for me. I don't have to do everything right now, or like I don't have to look to the future and freak out about when things are due, because if I chunk off my time and I make a plan and just accomplish goals every single day, then I'm gonna get them done and I'm gonna be okay. So that's like a really big thing that I learned. Kind of like that goes with time management as well. You really need to have good time management in college. And that's same with like picking a major or whatever you want to do for the rest of your life. You don't have to decide today. Like there's not a deadline. Like you can, even when you get out of college, if you have a degree in something and you think you're going into one field, you can change your mind, you can do something else. So that was it for the 5 things that I learned in college. Obviously there are like a million more things that I learned in college, but those are the 5 that I thought that I could really talk about, that were super important and really life-changing for me this year. Overall, this year was a very big reality check for me, with independence and like being on my own, and just having to adjust to being in a new place with new people, not always having what was familiar to me at one point around anymore. I don't know, I'm somebody who, I like to say that I like change and I like to like do new stuff or whatever. This change was not one that I liked at all. I wanted to go back so bad and just go back to what was comfortable and was familiar, but you don't really get anywhere in life if you stay in your comfort zone or you stay with just what's familiar. You have to branch out, and that's what I did this year, and I'm feeling really good about how I did this year being away. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to do some more college related videos. I was thinking about doing, like in August, a back to college series, because I have a bunch of different video ideas for that. So I'll probably be making more college videos down the road. That is it for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys have any video requests or ideas or anything, drop them down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos from me, then please hit that subscribe button. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!